Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you the Marvel July for September 2023 solicitations. And these have some pretty interesting ones to look forward to. And of course, the first big one, Captain America issue 1, the relaunch with J. Michael Straczynski. And I read the Thor run with him, and let me see here. Oliver Koipel? That was a good one, so I'm really looking forward to this. So, there's actually a lot of cool kind of ones in here. I mean, shit, we open up and we see Predator versus Wolverine. That's kind of nutty. And we see, like, Ms. Marvel inspiring other kind of heroes. It's like, alright, that's kind of crazy looking. But this is a big one that I'm really into. It's J. Michael Straczynski and Jesus Saez. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I liked his artwork when he did Doctor Strange as well, so I'm really looking forward to this one. So, we get a restart of Captain America with issue 1, What Future Awaits the Man Out of Time. Decades ago, Steve Rogers changed the world forever. Now, powerful and insidious forces are assembling to ensure he never does it again. Past, present, and future collide as the man out of time reckons with an existential threat determined to set the world on a darker path at any cost. Esteemed creators J. Michael Straczynski, Thor, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Jesus Saez, Punisher, Doctor Strange, embark on an exhilarating new journey for Captain America, being 40 pages at $5.99. So, typical kind of new number 1 issue, though that's actually more now. So now we've gone from $3.99 being regular and $4.99 being the new number 1s to $5.99. Now granted, that does seem kind of beefier, so keep an eye out on that. That could be a new kind of change, at least within the Marvel sphere. I'm not quite sure on DC's. But I am looking forward to that very much, and that the covers look great, because we got variants by Oliver Koipel, Gary Frank, and John Romita Jr. Yeah, I liked his work on Cap too. It's like, there's a lot of, I mean, I like the main one, but these variant ones, they're nice too. And then we see Wolverine versus Predator. The thrill is the kill. The bloodthirsty saga you've been waiting for. Wolverine has lived one of the longest and most storied lives in Marvel Comics history. Now witness the untold greatest battle of Logan's life against a predator. One Yautja seeks the greatest prey in existence and finds it in Weapon X. From the blood-ridden snows of the Canadian wilderness to the sword-slinging streets of Madripoor, Wolverine and a Predator break everything in their paths on their way to the ultimate victory or glorious death. Superstar writer Benjamin Percy brings the bloodiest hunters and all pop culture to their knees. So, if you're into that, go for it. That's nutty. This one's pretty interesting. Avengers Inc. issue 1. That one is $4.99 for 40 pages. So it seems we're getting some different kind of things. The Cap one is the bigger one at the moment, at $5.99. But this one sounds interesting. Avengers Inc. Action, mystery, adventure. Her name is Janet Van Dyne. She's a hero. She's a celebrity. She's hunting a killer. His name is Victor Shade. He's a villain. He's an enigma. He just got killed. And together, they're out to solve every mystery in the Marvel Universe, starting with their own. So it's like, ooh, that's interesting with Avengers Inc., especially with how the cover looks. Al Ewing and Leonard Kirk bring you a whole new style of avenging, from a whole new style of Avengers. I'm not that familiar with the artist, but that sounds pretty interesting if anybody wants to look into that. We got Daredevil starting up again with Saladin Ahmed and Aaron Cooter, which that sounds like a pretty damn good team right there. Born Again. The new era of Daredevil starts here. Industry stars Saladin Ahmed and Aaron Cooter have Cooter. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any names. I seriously am. Like Cooter, Cutter, Cooter. Have laced up and entered the ring, ready to take Matt Murdock on a knockout of an adventure. Where does Elektra fit into all this? What is the future of Hell's Kitchen? Romance, intrigue, and of course action, all delivered in the mighty Marvel manner. Now that one is 56 pages, which is really fucking beefy, at $6.99. So we've got a lot of different stuff going on. So just check your pricing and stuff, because it's kind of all over the place. We got Venom fighting Doom. That's kind of fucked up. That's an oversized anniversary issue for 25. So that's $7.99 for 64 pages. God damn, that's a big one. Eddie Brock needed access to Dr. Doom's time platform, and in getting to it, got more than he ever bargained for, battling the most notorious supervillain in the Marvel Universe through time itself. That does sound like a very big, beefy problem. Luckily, Eddie's well-versed in navigating the time stream thanks to his recent adventures. Yes, I have heard about that. He's supposed to take his conflict with Meridius to its frenetic and fist-filled finish. If he survives Doom, plus Eddie's battle with Doom will lead him briefly in a very unexpected place, Midtown High School. But what or who could he find there? And then we get spine-tingling Spider-Man with like creepy kind of stuff, and I do like the art style for it. It's like, what the fuck? That looks nutty. And then we've got Immortal Thor issue 2. I mean, goddamn, look at that stuff. I'm excited for it. Tyrannos walks the earth. An elder god of the Utgard realm has marked Thor for destruction, and a city with him. Yet the only power that could prevail carried its own terrible price. And all the while Loki waited. Loki, who took no side and played no favorites, even if it be their own kin. This is the story of the immortal Thor and the hour of his greatest trial. That's 32 pages at $3.99. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then, for some reason, we're getting Uncanny Spider-Man, which is Wallcrawler going around as Spider-Man. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. So if that sounds like up your alley, go for it. Like, on the darkest of days, he is the spark in the shadows. After the devastating events of the Hellfire Gala, Kurt Wagner is on the run and having the time of his life. Swashbuckling around New York City in disguise, the uncanny Wallcrawler sets aside his mutant angst and dedicates himself to the hero's life. Saving civilians, hanging with fellow Wallcrawlers, battling baddies, yeah, there's a lot of Wallcrawlers, and hunting down the best pizza on the planet. But he can't ignore the mutant plight forever. C. Spurrier and Lee Garbett launch a joyful, sexy series that will shake Nightcrawler to his foundations and have a hell of a good time doing it. So, if that sounds interesting to you, definitely check that out. I really do like the art for it. I mean, at least for that, it really fits with, like, fusing, like, the kind of color styles that kind of go along normally with Miles, and putting it onto Nightcrawler, which I never thought I'd really see. Then we've got the Uncanny Avengers going on, which, of course, they got to deal with a lot of shit. At a time when mutant and human relations are in the toilet, the Uncanny Avengers have run smack into a new brotherhood of evil mutants. Those always seem to keep popping up. Folks, let me tell you, they came here to beat up Avengers and X-Men and chew gum, and they're all out of gum. Wake up, babe. A new romance hits that will make readers froth at the mouth. Plus, Ben Urich. Always the mark of a quality and important Marvel comic. Boom! By Jerry Duggan and Javier Garron. So, yeah. Definitely look into that if you want to. We got Alpha Flight, which is nice to have a series for that. Children of the Vault. Dark X-Men going kind of nutty. Those are all... Alpha Flight's 2 of 5. Children of the Vault's 2 of 4. And Dark X-Men are 2 of 5. So those are miniseries. Let's see. We got a Jean Grey miniseries of 4. Astonishing Iceman. Realm of X, which is 2 of 4. So there's a lot of X-Men stuff going on as well. Well, of course, because we're getting to, like, the Fall of Krakoa and stuff like that. And then, this. This is going to be nutty. The wedding of Emma Frost and Tony Stark. Now, granted, this is beautiful artwork, and Tony looks fucking awesome. And so does Emma Frost. I mean, not granted, I like red and I like black, but goddamn, that color combination just fucking works. That's a really nice suit. Now, I think these are kind of like 2. Now, granted, the same writer's writing both of them, so it makes sense to bridge them together, but I don't know if I will get both or not, depending upon what goes on with it. Because this is what X-Men 26 talks about. We're not losing an X-Man, we're gaining an Avenger. The moment we swore would never happen, heck, the moment Emma Frost swore would never happen, is here at last. As the Frost Stark knot is tied in Invincible Iron Man 10, Emma's mutant family reacts to this surprising news. So that sounds like This is the X-Men reacting to that, whereas the whole thing happens in the Invincible Iron Man, which is the one that I've been reading anyway. Not that I have anything against the X-Men, it's just I gotta pick and choose at the moment what I read. Now, granted, if I had unlimited funds and everything, I would be reading a lot more kind of stuff, but I kind of focus on certain ones, like Invincible Iron Man issue 10. And interestingly enough, the X-Men one is 32 pages at $3.99. Invincible Iron Man issue 10 is 40 pages at $4.99. Now, granted, since it's a wedding special and a wedding probably happens in this one, I understand the price increase and all that. So I'm like, okay. So you are cordially invited to the wedding of Anthony Edward Stark and Emma Grace Frost. Come join the lucky couple as they exchange vows. Attire is Hellfire formal. Orcus raid to follow, plus some exclusive wedding extras, so you get some extras and that makes sense. And I really do like seeing all the Avengers and everything around there as well, so that's really kind of cool. And we get both caps, we get, well, technically 3 caps with Captain Marvel in there as they cap, and just a lot of them, so it's kind of cool. And Spidey in the background, baby! Spidey! Yeah. X-Men Red and X-Force and Immortal X-Men kind of going nutty. There's some nice art there. There's some classified thing that's like 2 of 4, so hopefully they kind of talk about that. Wolverine doing some nutty shit. Wolverine and Ghost Rider shit going on. This Ghost Rider cover looks fucking amazing. Like, yes, Ghost Rider. And let's see, Johnny Blaze has been traveling with the brilliant hedge witch, Talia Warroad, but how well does he really know her? Now Talia's messy past, her teenage loves, and furious first spells will pull into his lane. Just who is Talia Warroad, and how was her life set on a collision course with the Spirit of Vengeance? Guest starring Doctor Strange, 32 pages at $3.99. That sounds awesome. I'm glad that Doctor Strange is making an appearance. We got Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy going on, which is a 1 of 5. Very nice cover there. We've got Ultimate Invasion ending, which is kind of nutty. The end or the beginning. War breaks out as timelines and universes collide. Iron Man must choose between the lesser of 2 evils, the Maker or Kang. Yeah, that's a hard fucking choice right there. But what secret does Iron Man know about the men behind the masks? And at the end of it all, the world outside your window will be changed forever. Don't miss this giant-sized, action-packed conclusion. Or is it only the beginning? That one's 56 pages at $8.99. Okay, I understand, like, the use of pages and certain kind of stuff that you got, but the pricing's all over the place with certain kind of things. So just watch out and make sure you inquire so that way you don't get like, this is fucking expensive. Trust me, I get that. You should know what you're buying. Now this Werewolf by Night looks pretty interesting as well. I like the cover, and I liked the kind of like Halloween special that we got with it. And we've got Elsa and Jack Russell pretty much teaming up. In the shadows of Black and White Night, Jack Russell races to halt the sacrifice of a young girl at the hands of monsters. Elsa Bloodstone, in all her colorful monster-hunting glory, isn't far behind. But can they put their differences aside long enough to save the day? And what would such a partnership even look like? Now this is a one-shot at $5.99 for 40 pages. It's pretty good right there. We get like facsimile editions popping up. ROM Space Knight. Sounds pretty awesome. And then we get like the Contest of Chaos stuff with the annuals going on. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider versus White Fox. Venom versus Deadpool. That one's not pretty bad. X-Men annual. We got Marvel versus Cyclops. Captain Marvel versus Cyclops. And then we got Avengers annual, which I might look into. Contest of Chaos finale. Since I'm replacing Symbol of Truth, a Captain America Symbol of Truth with the Avengers. That's the Avengers Annual. When Agatha pits the Avengers against the winners of the previous Chaos battles, they realize they must choose between saving their friends and stopping the creation of the new Darkhold. That's an important thing. But their choice may have consequences that no one, even Agatha, could have imagined. That is 32 pages at $4.99. That's the usual kind of thing for usual kind of annuals. Then we get a lot of Spider-Man going on. We got Amazing Spider-Man 33 and 34. So we got Spider-Man's First Hunt. The hunter is now the prey. Can Craven survive? That one's $3.99, and it's like Peter's in his black outfit. He usually only pulls that out for like certain kind of instances, and he's hunting Craven. We'll have to see why and how that's going down. Patrick Gleason as the artist. It'll be interesting to see that. So 34, Spider-Man's hunt continues. Who's Peter's next victim? The penultimate chapter of a story you'll never forget. Huh, that's weird. We'll have to see what's going on there and why. And those covers are great too. Then we get some other kind of Spider-Man connected ones with Spider-Man India 4 of 5, Silk 5 of 5, Cult of Carnage Misery 5 of 5, and Red Goblin issue 8. That seems to be going down. I mean, he's fucking fighting crossbows. What the fuck? Let's see. Miles Morales Spider-Man doing his thing. There you go. God damn, that's a nice ass cover there. Days of Future Past Doomsday and Storm ending out their kind of Days of Future Past Doomsday is 3 of 4, Storm is 5 of 5, Magneto 2 of 4. It is nice to see more kind of mini ones being done. Deadpool dealing with some crazy shit, and Captain Marvel dealing with some crazy shit as well. Dark Tempest, the Feral 5. Alright, this is crazy. We get a Loki 4-4, and we get fucking Alligator Loki. I'm so glad that Alligator Loki kind of like sprang up and everything. Alligator Loki makes a splash in his print comic debut. Bow down to the reptile in a helm who has enraptured the 10 realms with his cuteness. First, Alligator Loki chomped down on Mjolnir, and then he chomped his way into our hearts. Now, the beloved alligator of mischief finds and makes trouble all across the Marvel Universe in his very own comic. Collecting the hit Infinity comic series from the Marvel Unlimited app, this one-shot includes a never-before-seen adventure in the life of everyone's favorite swamp-dwelling scamp. That's 48 pages, pretty beefy, one shot for $5.99. That one's kind of interesting if you'd want to look into that. And great to see Marvel Unleashed with fucking Throg going at it. What if Dark Carnage? That looks fucking nutty. We get the Incredible Hulk versus Man-Thing. Damn. Philip Kennedy Johnson and Travel Foreman. The Green Giants Throwdown. The Green Giants Throwdown. Hulk versus Man-Thing. Trouble awaits in the foggy bogs when a sultry seductress of the swamp lures unsuspecting victims into her trap. What is the mysterious creature's connection to the Swamp Walker himself? It's rage versus empathy as these two green Goliaths come to blows. And even the Hulk isn't immune to Man-Thing's deadly acid. Guest artist Travel Foreman joins Philip Kennedy Johnson for a twisted 2-part tale. So if you're into Hulk, that's kind of nutty. And if you're into Man-Thing, that's cool right there. Like, both of them together. Now, Avengers 5, that looks kind of nutty right there. So, we have Battlezone, Vatican City, God versus Living Godhead as Thor battles Idol Alabaster. Battlezone, Sydney, Witch versus Revenant as the Scarlet Witch wages war upon the dead. Battlezone, Toronto, Engineer versus Artist as Iron Man clashes with the City Smith. Assembled, the Avengers are invincible, but separated, how can they triumph? So, damn, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. Let's see. Ooh, Blade, issue 3. Blade Possessed. In exchange for a weapon that can destroy the Adana, Blade must get his arms-dealing ex-girlfriend out of a bloody situation with some literal headhunters. But no good deed goes unpunished when he finds himself under the control of her captor. Damn. Meanwhile, the pulse of the Adana's power ripples across the Marvel Universe, drawing a familiar friend of Blade's into the fray. That sounds pretty cool if you're into that. And that's... Again, I would really like to look into a lot of other stuff. Dang. So, we also got Black Panther issue 4. Two of Burnin T'Chaka's most powerful crime families are about to become one in a wedding that is the talk of Wakanda. Neither Black Panther nor the mysterious Besa are on the guest list, but that won't stop them from making an appearance at this who's who of Wakanda's rich, powerful, and dangerous, especially with the assassin Deathlock as one of the wedding crashers. Oh, that sounds nutty. We got the Guardians of the Galaxy going on, the origin of Grootfall. 1 year ago, the Guardians were more than a team. They were Galaxy superheroes. Now the Guardians are outlaws, guns for hire, roaming the frontier in hopes of stopping one of their own. How did the Guardians fall apart, and what changed Groot into the monster he is now? The untold story is finally revealed. And we also see that Loki and Scarlet Witch are that looks kind of nutty. Scarlet Witch issue 8. God versus Witch. When Loki's mountain giant cousin comes through the last door, desperate to secure the right to rule his people, the Scarlet Witch agrees to confront the king of Jotunheim. But things are never what they seem with Loki, god of stories, and when the truth comes out, sparks just might fly. Meanwhile, Hexfinder's plan is revealed, and those closest to Wanda can no longer be trusted. Sounds like Scarlet Witch has some crazy stuff going on. And then we got a lot of good Moon Knight stuff. We got a City of the Dead 3 of 5, and then we got Moon Knight 27 going on. Crazy looking. Strange Academy Moon Knight. Nice. Oh, Fantastic Four issue 11. Ben Grimm wakes up to find himself in an impossible situation and facing certain doom. He, alongside the house he was sleeping in and everyone in it, are in free fall through a colossal metal hole, falling all the way to the Earth's core, where he'll be cooked, crushed, and destroyed. And as Ben tries desperately to save himself, a mysterious villain from the past is revealed. The Thing, working alone, must now save the Fantastic Four, the town, and a little dog too. At least he won't die alone. So you see the little Westy dog. I'm like, that sounds crazy. It's kind of cool to see Ben trying to deal with this kind of thing on his own. You never really see that much. And then Doctor Strange issue 7. This looks like it's going to be nutty. Meet General Strange. Stephen Strange is a doctor who was sworn to do no harm, but there's another darker side to him, and it's his duty to win at any cost. Can Stephen best his mirror image, trained through thousands of years of mystic war? That's going to be nuts. We're going to have to see how that kind of works out and ties in with what's been going on. And then we got some Star Wars stuff. Looks pretty interesting if you're into that. Now, granted, I'm into Star Wars as well, but again, I'm more into the superhero kind of stuff, but there's a lot of kind of cool stuff. We got Trick or Read, free comics or whatnot going on. Like Spider-Man and Captain Marvel and all that. Stormbreakers. And then we get kind of omnibuses and everything going on. Oh! Straczynski's Thor. That one was a good one. I fucking loved that run. So if you're interested to see how he does Thor before he does Cap, you could look into the Omnibus. That's on sale, and well, granted, you'd have to wait because that comes out in January of 2024 for $125. Wait, let me see. Yeah. Nice. Some interesting ones here. It's always also good to see what omnibuses are coming out and everything. Oh, trade paperback. They're collecting the Cold War Aftermath. Predator stuff. Planet of the Apes. Edge of the Spider-Verse. Venomverse. Hellcat. Ooh, Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells. Nice. Ooh, the Alex Ross Marvel Comics Supervillain poster book. And there is the Marvel Comics poster book as well. And a calendar. So look into those if you're into those. I'm going to have to look into those sometime. Cosmic Ghost Rider. I will have to look into that again at some point because that's always an interesting character. She-Hulk, Echo, Incredible Hulk. Some Spidey stuff again with Deadpool and Fantastic Four. And that's about it. Ooh, and they got like some posters for sale. Like the new Cap, the Iron Man X-Men poster, Predator versus Wolverine, and the Daredevil ones. Those are pretty cool. And then we got like the stuff at the back. So that's kind of the stuff that I'm looking forward to. And then also reading other kind of stuff to see if it's intriguing enough or to see what you guys are going on for. So there's a lot of interesting kind of stuff that's coming out in September. So look forward to those. Check in with your local comic book shops if anything interests you to see about pull lists and all that. And that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to the new Cap to see how that works out and to see how that creative team goes and also the creative teams of everything that's kind of been coming. And especially like with Thor and how that'll work out and where we'll be by that point. So there's a lot of kind of cool stuff to look forward to. Tell me what you guys are looking forward to. If there's stuff in here that sounds pretty cool that I didn't read off personally or anything, or what you're excited for. Just tell me that stuff in the comments. So like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a good day.